This is ABC7 News at 11, your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Good evening, I'm Jacqueline Matter. Thanks for joining us. First tonight, a public relations firm just hired by the Sarasota County School District is already out the door. Based on an investigation by the Herald Tribune, the newspaper says they discovered online comments that appeared to be from different people who were linked to the firm's president. ABC7's Rick Adams has more.
I would say the word is disappointing.
Todd Bowden, superintendent of schools for Sarasota County, is reacting to the news he heard from a Herald Tribune reporter investigating some online posts that appear to originate from 360 Communications, the public relations firm under contract with the Sarasota County School District. We're being told the online comments were in support of some stories related to the school district. I
was excited about where our efforts in community relations were headed. And so that activity, I would say, I felt was beneath them. Just days ago, 360 Communications signed a $225,000 two-year contract with the school district after working with them month to month. The superintendent asked Candace McKellia and her PR firm to resign, which she did, and the contract was canceled. As superintendent of schools, I have to hold all of our employees, to include our contractors, to very high standards. And I believe that her actions in this particular instance didn't meet those standards. In a statement from Candace McKellia, she says, "It's unfortunate that a small group of staff within the district communications department are working to counteract and undermine all of the wonderful work being done for Sarasota County students." In reacting to that statement, the superintendent says, "My decision to seek the resignation of 360 Communications was based on their actions alone." Bowden tells us the firm will be paid on a prorated basis for the work they've done, and there is no cause for severing the contract. He says it'll take some time to decide what's next for the school district. We'll regroup. We'll get a plan in place and make sure that we maintain our forward momentum. I believe we were headed in the right direction. As for McKellia, she also says, "We are looking into the allegations made against our firm and all our current and former employees who have had access to our confidential information." We were able to reach Sarasota County School Board Chair Caroline Zucker late Thursday night. She says she's surprised and discouraged in what she calls a violation of trust.
Well, other school board members could not be reached for a comment tonight. Tropical storm Nate moving toward the U.S. and is forecast to become a hurricane. Let's get more from Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan.
It's just now emerging off the coast of Honduras, and it's looking a little healthier this evening with a lot of deep convection developing within inside a very broad area of low pressure covering all the way from the Pacific well out toward Jamaica tonight. It's this little area right here that's exploded just in the last half hour. It's now set to emerge out into the western Caribbean, where it will gain some strength here and then eventually move off toward the Yucatan Peninsula. Here it is at 60 miles an hour. This is Friday at 7 o'clock. One thing to note, it has picked up its pace in terms of its forward movement. So that's going to change timing as far as when it makes landfall. On top of that, it appears that the cone of uncertainty has really gotten narrow. This is one of the narrowest cones I've ever seen with a storm several days out, and that's good news for Florida. There are no outliers here. They all agree that it's going to go anywhere from near Louisiana, the central portion of the coast there, all the way over to right near Alabama as a Category 1 hurricane. It could be even a little stronger, and these are some new watches that have just come out. These are hurricane watches, I believe, that have just been issued for the Louisiana coast all the way over to the Florida Panhandle. So the Florida Panhandle still may see the impacts of hurricane force winds there, or tropical storm force winds. So those just were issued by the National Hurricane Center, making landfall sometime late Saturday night, Sunday morning as a Category 1, but even possibly a Category 2 hurricane as it makes its way across northern Alabama, then eventually off the northeast coast there. So again, it appears that it's less of a threat for Florida, at least the peninsula. The Panhandle of Florida could still see some harmful effects from this storm. Now, as far as the current forecast goes for us, we're looking at showers and storms. Our temperatures right now into the mid-70s. We'll see scattered showers and storms, mainly due to the increased tropical activity that's expected to move on in here as far as the tropical moisture on Saturday and Sunday. The Gulf water temperature now is at 82 degrees. Well, much more in the forecast coming up in a few minutes.
All right, thank you, Bob. New information tonight that the man who killed dozens of people in Las Vegas this weekend may have considered targeting other major American cities. They're also questioning whether he had an accomplice. ABC's Marcy Gonzalez is in Las Vegas with the latest on this investigation.
From above, a glimpse of the aftermath of Sunday night's chaos in Las Vegas and a view of where it all began. Inside the hotel room where gunman Stephen Paddock fired down into the crowd at that country music festival, investigators still analyzing the scene. Among the evidence collected, his cell phone, revealing no clues about a motive, but of other possible targets. Sources briefed on the investigation telling ABC News he searched for hotels around Fenway Park in Boston and booked rooms at Chicago's Blackstone Hotel in August, the same dates as the Lollapalooza festival across the street, though he never checked in.
We are working with our law enforcement agencies here, our state police, our anti-terrorism task force.
And now, based on the elaborate planning, the arsenal he amassed, and the realization he possibly had an escape plan, investigators now believe Paddock may have had an accomplice.
You got to make the assumption he had to have some help at some point.
His girlfriend, Mary Lou Danley, now a person of interest. She is cooperating with the FBI and says she knew nothing about his plans. But now an official briefed on the investigation says Paddock was seen with a different woman in the days leading up to the attack. They're trying to figure out who she is and whether she knows anything about what led to the rampage that left 58 innocent people dead and 487 others injured. Among the survivors, 16-year-old Nick Campbell, shot in the arm while protecting his high school sweetheart.
He took a bullet for me. He actually took a bullet for me, and I can't thank him enough.
He and more than 150 others injured in the attack are still in hospitals here recovering. Marcy Gonzalez, ABC News, Las Vegas.
Well, protesters took to the streets of Sarasota this evening to voice their opinions on gun violence. The Sarasota County chapter of the Brady Campaign to Prevent Gun Violence met at the Bayfront to start their 6th season of advocating for gun violence prevention. They also remembered the victims and survivors of the Las Vegas massacre. They're demanding that state and national leaders take action on this issue.
I don't believe that we need guns for protection. I'd sooner get hit by a car or a bus than get shot with a gun. So I'm here to stand up for those things.
The group has been in Sarasota for the last 5 years fighting against the use of assault weapons. Riverview High School principal Dr. Paul Burns notifying parents today about an altercation involving a BB gun at school. Burns left a voicemail for parents saying that a fight broke out between 2 students. One of them was in the possession of a BB gun. That BB gun was never fired, but the student who brought the gun to school is now in custody of the Sarasota County Sheriff's Office. And the death of a 1-year-old boy who was found unresponsive while in the care of his mother's boyfriend is now under investigation. The infant was pronounced dead at a hospital in August, just 4 days after being brought in for treatment. The Manatee County Sheriff's Office is now investigating. The Florida Department of Children and Families says there was never any prior involvement with the boy, and child protective investigators. Death row inmate Kerry Michael Lambrix has gotten lucky once again. Lambrix was scheduled to be executed at 6 p.m. this evening, but that execution was delayed, awaiting a decision from the U.S. Supreme Court on his last-ditch appeal. Lambrix has been on death row for the 1983 murders of Alicia Bryant and Clarence Moore in Hendry County. The Florida Supreme Court has rejected arguments from the death row inmate that his life should be saved because a jury did not unanimously recommend that he receive that death penalty. The Florida Conference of Catholic Bishops has asked Governor Rick Scott to change Lambrix's death sentence to life in prison without the possibility of parole.
Recognizing the dignity of human life, the death penalty is a pro-life issue, and our position is that executions are only appropriate when it's the only way by which to keep society safe, and that is not the reality in our state.
Lambrix would be the second inmate to be put to death since the state restarted executions in August. The Sarasota chapter of the NAACP held their 32nd annual banquet at the Hyatt in Sarasota tonight. The event recognizes and awards those in the county who have made contributions to the community. Some of the recipients of this year's awards include Habitat for Humanity Newtown Nation President Valerie Bouchon and Joanne Martin Hughes, who received the Lifetime Achievement Award. The Sarasota Police Department is stepping in to regulate derelict boats in the area. Citizens are concerned with what the city is doing with those derelict boats after the storm. Many were removed before Irma hit, but for those that weren't, the police department has had to follow the derelict vessel process. They will reach out to the owner of the boat and then try to get them to take responsibility for it. Sometimes they do, and other times they do not have the means to take care of that boat. The police department will then dispose of it properly to keep it from sinking or polluting the water.
If this boat were to sink, it has all. It looks pretty from afar, but it has might have fuel tanks in it. It might have an engine in there with gas and oil. Might have batteries in it. All that stuff is toxic when it goes into the water. We don't want it polluting our waterways. We live in a beautiful area with beautiful waters, and we need to look out for the environment and the animals living in the local areas.
Sergeant King says this is a precautionary measure to look out for the environment and others' boaters' rights. Straight ahead, Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan will be back with your first alert forecast. Plus, Governor Rick Scott hoping to revise the state constitution to protect those nursing home residents.
A decade of war has taken an unprecedented toll on our men and women in uniform.
Hundreds of thousands of our veterans are suffering from the trauma of war.
At Justice for Vets, we believe that every veteran should have the opportunity for treatment and restoration.
Get involved and go to justiceforvets.org.
Help put treatment within reach of veterans in crisis.
Veterans fought for our freedom. Now it's our turn to fight for theirs.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
Attention, Americans eligible for Medicare. Are you getting all the benefits you're entitled to? Did you know there may be money available to lower your medical prescription costs? Call Health Markets and we'll tell you if you qualify.
Hi, I'm Dr. Martin Jeetsi. It's a new Medicare year. That means more changes and more confusion. The key question is, what can you do now to ensure you get the care you need in the coming year?
Call Health Markets today. You may qualify to save money on prescriptions. We'll help you find plans that may cost less, cover more, and could even lower your prescription costs to increase your savings. We help you find all the benefits you're entitled to, and we do it at no cost.
Make sure you have what you need to get the care that's right for you.
Find out if you qualify to receive extra help with your prescriptions. Call the number on the screen now. Representatives are standing by.
Tomorrow at 5 on ABC7's Good Morning Suncoast.
Hi, I'm Ray Collins. It is that time of month. Music on Main is back at Lakewood Ranch. We'll have details of the fun event happening tomorrow night on Main Street in Lakewood Ranch. That's tomorrow on Good Morning Suncoast. Wendy?
And we're dealing with a system off the east coast of Florida that is going to continue to bring plenty of rain all the way through the weekend for us.
Tomorrow at 5 on ABC7's Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you. Watch your Suncoast News at 6 on your streaming device for a chance to win a $50 Visa. It's easy. Just watch weekdays at 6 for the word of the week. Then enter the word at mysuncoast.com for your shot at a $50 Visa. We'll pick the winner each week. Good luck. ABC7, your official Florida lottery station for the Suncoast.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
Some activity over in the tropics.
Yes, in the tropics we have Nate and the 14th named storm of the season. It has already killed people in Honduras and Nicaragua due to the mudslides there and the excessive rainfall, and that's always a big concern when these tropical systems are around. Let's get to the maps and show you our anyways, a webcam review tonight. Beautiful day for the most part, and then some showers moving in this afternoon. We had a little bit of rainfall at times. A gorgeous sunset tonight as we look out over Sarasota Bay, and you see some brilliant colors in the top right corner there. And it was captured by some of our great photographers that send pictures in. Cindy Desmond getting this one, looking out into the Gulf of Mexico with the bird flying by. Looks like an osprey, and doing some fishing out there, I'm sure. And V. Clee getting this one as well, looking out over the Gulf of Mexico. Kind of calm conditions there with that east wind, but offshore the winds have really kicked up the seas, and small craft advisories remain in effect. You can see that area outlined right here along the coastline. Those are small craft advisories. Parts of the Panhandle now under a tropical storm watch. There's also a storm surge watch in effect for Mississippi as well as parts of Louisiana tonight. This is that secondary low, which really is now beneficial for us here along Florida as a result of it being here as opposed to east of the state. It has allowed now Nate to kind of consolidate well west of our area, and you can see those showers working their way towards Sanibel Island this evening. Some pretty heavy rainfall offshore, and most of the bands associated with Nate will be offshore for us, although as I said, we'll see tropical moisture in place over the weekend, which will generate some showers and some thunderstorms, which will bring some pretty heavy downpours at times. It's not going to be a washout, but we will see these scattered storms around over the weekend. 76 right now, the dew point 73. The pressure actually has come up a little bit at 29.93 inches, and winds are still brisk out of the east at 14. The high today a few degrees below average due to the increased cloud cover that we had this afternoon. 87 the normal, and 93 the record set in 1990. Only 3/100ths of an inch of rainfall today at the Sarasota-Bradenton Airport, and our monthly total below average, but our yearly total is well above average, and we'll end the year above average regardless of what happens from now until, again, the end of December, just simply because we had so much rainfall over the summer at times. Now, the hourly forecast for tomorrow calling for partly cloudy skies to start the morning off. A much better chance for showers and storms in the afternoon and evening as a little bit more moisture comes back into play. There'll be scattered storms, so it'll be hit or miss for football Friday night. And for Music on Main on Lakewood Ranch, there's going to be some showers and storms around, so we'll keep an eye on those for you. Hopefully everything clears out of here right in time for those events. And as far as the tropical tracker goes, the satellite imagery showing a large low pressure area, if you will, down here in Central America, extending all the way out in the Pacific. But inside that low pressure area, there's a small little compact system called Nate right now, and it could get bigger as it moves into the northwest portion of the Caribbean and then out into the Gulf of Mexico. And notice how tightly clustered these lines are. Those are all the different forecast models, and they all point directly toward the eastern portion of Louisiana or Mississippi on into Sunday evening now. It's been moved forward a little bit too, as we're expecting the speed to increase as it heads off toward the northeast. And as far as the again the current conditions go with it, it is continuing to show basically that northeasterly push after it gets on land. Temperatures cooler over the northeast. Right now Portland at 46 degrees, 43 in Bismarck, and 53 at Salt Lake City. Wichita at 70, and now Dallas at 78, 70 in Oklahoma City, 77 in Houston, and temperature Atlanta at 71 degrees, 74 in Jacksonville. Now, as far as boating is concerned, there is a small craft advisory in effect until tomorrow morning. It may be extended. We'll see how it goes, but right now it looks like caution will be issued for boaters, small craft throughout the day tomorrow. Seas running anywhere from 2 to 3 feet with a moderate chop out there. The UV index will be a little lower tomorrow. That's simply because of increased cloud cover and a better chance for showers and storms. Low tide upcoming just after 8 o'clock in the morning. The forecast looks like this: partly cloudy skies. Still a chance for a few scattered showers. It will be breezy again, staying out of the northeast. And tomorrow, better chance for storms in the afternoon. The extended forecast shapes up like this. As far as the forecast goes, better chances for showers and storms on in through Saturday and Sunday. It will stay breezy. And then better weather next week with just a 20% chance for showers on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Well, if you're going out in the waters, and a lot of surfers will because the surf will be up, look out for the jellyfish. Had a couple of captains send me in some jellyfish.
This is in the bay. They're all over the place. They will sting you. They're stinging jellyfish.
And that's Captain Scott Moore. This is from Captain Kathy Tupin, and she also says she's never seen so many, and they've been down here for many years, all told 100, if you want to put it that way. And so these are out there, and they sting and they hurt, I guess, really, really bad. So keep an eye on those. If you're going to be out in the water, look out. There's a lot of them up there in the bay. And speaking of Captain Scott Moore, well, this is his grandson, Cortland Hunt, catching one of these nice triple tails. So the triple tails are out there, and he recently brought that in, a 5-year-old. Nice catch there. And Captain Rick Grassett catching that on tight lines with that's actually a family from Chile. Down. And Moulton Marine, they had to cancel and postpone all sorts of things. The fishing tournament has been changed now to October 21st. That may be sold out. And also the Snook Shindig, which was scheduled for this weekend, has been now changed to November 3rd and 4th. So keep that in mind Again, the Coastal Conservation Association banquet is coming up too, not too long from now, October 27th at the Hyatt Regency. The number on your screen right there.
Yeah, I went out to Jewfish on the boat over the past weekend, and there were just jellyfish everywhere. The whole area was completely, nothing was over there, no people.
You gotta look out.
Yeah. All right, thanks, Bob. Well, Governor Rick Scott wants a commission to change the state constitution to include provisions protecting residents of nursing homes and assisted living facilities. Scott told the Constitution Revision Commission today to consider adding permanent measures to put patient safety first. Spokeswoman Carrie Weiland says the governor looks forward to seeing what proposals the commission recommends. Scott cited the 12 deaths after Hurricane Irma at the Rehabilitation Center of Hollywood Hills. After those deaths, Scott issued an executive order requiring nursing homes and assisted living facilities install generators and purchase fuel that could power their air conditioning for up to 4 days. Well, Mitsubishi is recalling 66,000 cars for a second time to replace faulty Takata airbag inflators. Takata inflators use ammonium nitrate to cause a small explosion and inflate the bags in a crash, but the chemical can deteriorate over time. It can burn too fast and explode with too much force, spewing shrapnel. Up to 19 people have died worldwide and more than 180 have been injured as a result. Mitsubishi says it now has a permanent replacement part that does not use ammonium nitrate. Well, sports is next, but first, here's Jimmy Kimmel.
If anyone asks, here's what we've been doing all day. It says a bear doesn't care if you're a movie star. Do you think that's true? Because that's a little bit insulting.
Well, maybe if a bear saw some of my movies.
Yeah, I would think.
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now during our autumn upgrade event, save up to 20% when you upgrade to an Italian-inspired wood grain finish. Contact us for your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
Credit card debt can ruin your life. If you owe $10,000 and minimum payments are siphoning away your paycheck each month, you can get debt-free in less time than you think.
I've paid $800 a month for the past 3 years and haven't changed the balance on my credit card.
Get debt-free now has a program to reduce your debt, stop the harassing phone calls, avoid financial ruin, and settle for less than you owe.
I feel like a huge weight has been lifted off my shoulders.
You're pre-approved for our special hardship program if you owe $10,000 or more. Upon payment of your new lower balance, your debt will finally shrink until you are debt-free.
My family no longer has 30 years of payments ahead of us at 20% interest.
There's no fees until you see results. So call now, make one monthly program payment and free up your cash. Resolve your debt.
Call 800-628-1251. 800-628-1251.
All hands on deck. What's up? I want to point out 3 tips for using the home computer more safely. Point away.
First, stop. Make sure your software is up to date and that you've password protected your computer's login and Wi-Fi connection.
Next, think before visiting a site, opening attachments, or clicking on links.
Then connect, knowing you're helping make the web safer for you
and for everyone. Make Stop, Think, Connect part of your daily online routine.
Your daughter just had her first breakup. Do you A, put yourself in her shoes? B, console her?
Don't worry, sweetie. This is gonna happen a lot.
Or C, find her a new boyfriend?
Nice, single boys. That was weird.
As a parent, there are no perfect answers. But you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
Watch your Suncoast News at 6 on your streaming device for a chance to win a $50 Visa. It's easy. Just watch weekdays at 6 for the word of the week. Then enter the word at mysuncoast.com for your shot at a $50 Visa. We'll pick the winner each week. Good luck.
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now during our autumn upgrade event, save up to 20% when you upgrade to an Italian-inspired wood grain finish. Contact us for your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
Now, sports.
Tampa Bay hosting the defending Super Bowl champion Patriots on Thursday Night Football. In the first no-score Patriots driving, Brady's pass intended for Chris Hogan sails past him and is intercepted by the rookie Justin Evans. Buccaneers take over, but let's take another look. Brady fakes the run, passes for Hogan, but throws it behind him for the interception. Bucs take over. The Patriots add a field goal at the end of the second and lead 13-7 at the half. Currently, they are leading 16-7 as well. Major League Baseball playoffs continuing tonight in two cities. Houston hosting the Red Sox. In the top of the first, Eduardo Nunez at bat. Nunez grounds out third and falls to the ground clearly in pain. If you take another look, Nunez twists his knee running out of the batter's box. He had to be carried off the field. Bottom of the first, no score. Alex Bregman hits a solo shot deep to left field, and it's a home run. The Astros up 1-0. Next batter, Jose Altuve hits one to left center field, and again back-to-back home runs. The Astros take the lead 2-0. They go on to win 8-2. And the other playoff game tonight, Cleveland hosting the Yankees. The Indians beat the Yankees 4-0. And Dannon's Oikos yogurt is distancing itself from NFL star Cam Newton following his controversial remarks to a female sports reporter. The comment came yesterday after the reporter asked Newton about passing routes at a news conference. Before responding, the Carolina quarterback said, quote, "It's funny to hear a female talk about routes." He then smiled and chuckled. The brand said it was, quote, shocked and disheartened by that remark. Newton has been a pitchman for Oikos since 2015, but the company says it will no longer run advertisements with the quarterback. That's a look at your sports tonight. We'll have winning lotto numbers straight ahead.
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now during our autumn upgrade event, save up to 20% when you upgrade to an Italian-inspired wood grain finish. Contact us for your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
Need more space in your place? The More Space Place can help with Murphy beds that disappear to reveal a home office, living room, or den. Custom closets with designated areas for your shoes, bags, wardrobe, and accessories. Custom-built entertainment centers, garage storage systems, and more. The More Space Place has 3 showrooms next to Sunny's on US 41 South in Sarasota, on Lakewood Ranch Boulevard just south of State Route 64 in Bradenton, and on Tamiami Trail next to Panera Bread in Port Charlotte. Put more space in your place at the More Space Place.
This is an important medical announcement. Xarelto and Pradaxa have been linked to uncontrollable bleeding and even death. If you've been prescribed one of these drugs and have experienced these dangerous side effects, you may be entitled to substantial compensation. Studies show that Pradaxa can cause more heart attacks than warfarin, and other countries have already issued safety warnings against this drug. Call now for a free assessment of your case and potential money damages. The call is confidential, there's no cost, and you may be eligible. Juries have awarded millions of dollars to Pradaxa victims, and thousands of Xarelto victims are filing their legal cases. Call the Drug Watch hotline if you or a loved one used Xarelto or Pradaxa and experienced uncontrollable bleeding, brain hemorrhage, or even death. You must call now.
Call 800-793-6055. 800-793-6055.
Since 1972, Sleep King has provided quality mattresses and accessories at the best discounted prices available. Top brands like Simmons, Sealy, Serta, Beautyrest, iComfort, and more. With available free delivery, free financing, and free setup and removal. For a comfortable night's sleep with same-day delivery, even if we have to carry it on our backs. Trust Sleep King of Sarasota. Buy it today, sleep on it tonight.
The following message is brought to you by Mesobook.com.
People who have been diagnosed with mesothelioma have many questions. How did I get this disease? What are my treatment options? How will this affect my loved ones? You need answers, which is why we offer a free book written by medical professionals who have treated mesothelioma.
Call toll-free at 1-800-777-1366 or go to mesobook.com.
When severe weather strikes, trust ABC7 First Alert Weather. We're here for you.
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now during our autumn upgrade event, save up to 20% when you upgrade to an Italian-inspired wood grain finish. Contact us for your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
The Florida Lottery winning numbers are sponsored by Frontier Fios.
All right, Bob, what can we expect to wake up to in the morning?
Yeah, some showers possibly off in the Gulf, and more importantly for the weekend, we have a lot of events planned. Friday night, obviously we have the big Music in Maine in Lakewood Ranch, and then on Sunday, the 18th annual Morton's Firehouse Chili Cook-Off is taking place at 2 until 5 o'clock. Right there at Morton's on Hillview. So I expect you to see out there. It helps the benevolent firefighters funds for them as well. It should be a lot of fun. Yeah, we
hope the rain cooperates
absolutely.
as well. All right. Have a good night. We'll see you back here on Good Morning Sun.